This video is part of a 7-part series of 7 capsule wardrobe essentials and how they're styled and worn differently by the 9 most common personal style types. So if you're looking to build a capsule wardrobe and you felt like in the past you've tried pieces that were recommended and they just didn't feel like you, this video series will probably help you build a capsule wardrobe that is more authentic to your personal style and that you'll actually love to wear. Today's video focuses on a leather jacket. So this is something that I feel like is on most women's capsule wardrobe essentials, and you'll also see there's some alternative options as well for some of the personal style types. So in this first look, we have Emma Roberts here, and she is styling her leather jacket. This feels like a very vintage personal style. So what makes this leather jacket vintage? If you look at the choice of fabric, it's this tan suede leather jacket, but it has these embellishments on it. Now, if this was more of an edgy style leather jacket, maybe this would be black. I feel like that would fit more into an edgy style. But because of this color choice, because of the embellishments, and then most importantly, the way she styled this leather jacket, that's what makes it feel more vintage. This is a jacket I feel like you could find in a vintage shop. And then she styled it with this kind of cool graphic tee, but again, it's a ringer tee, which means that the collar is a different color than the white of the t-shirt, the main part of the t-shirt. And the graphic, where it doesn't feel like an edgy graphic, it's more, again, it's from a different time period. It looks washed out. And then if you look at her choice of shoes, they're this gold metallic, which could also be a little bit on trendy because metallics are back, but it's the style of the shoe as well. So it's almost like a ballet flat, but it's not your simple ballet flat that you'd see more in a preppy style. It has a strap, almost like a Mary Jane type of ballet flat. But again, because it's in this metallic, that's what makes it feel more vintage. And then because she's paired it with this vintage leather jacket and this cool graphic tee, and then to top it off, she has, her sunglasses are a cat eye sunglasses, which is a vintage style. It's a style that we still see, it's still worn a lot today, but it is from a different time period. So how she has put this whole look together feels very much like a vintage style type. And here in this next look, we have Alexa Chung. And again, this look feels very vintage to me. So her leather jacket of choice, it's almost like if you're around in the 80s, it feels like those Wilson leather jackets, if you're familiar with that brand. That's what this feels like. It's a little bit slightly oversized, but it has that collar that could almost be edgy, but because it's just worn in leather, it feels more like a vintage style. And then the whole look together, if you look at the choice of her trousers. Now, I don't know this for sure because I can't completely tell the fabric from the photo, but her trousers don't look like a wool or a silk, which are some of more of the fabric choices that we'd see in a classic style. This style of trouser, they seem more like polyester. There's a little bit more stiffness to them, which again is from that 70s time period. And then the color choice of these pants. They're this really cool teal color that we don't really see today. And then lastly, it's the silhouette of these pants. They're not exactly a wide leg, so it doesn't feel like this silhouette is modern, that you could really find it today. This whole look together feels like it's somebody with a vintage personal style type. And in this next look, we have Hailey Bieber. And here she is more of a trendy style type. So here you'll see, even though she also has a black turtleneck in this look, which is similar to the one Alexa Chung has, which that on its own could be a capsule piece. But again, it's the way she styled all these pieces together. So when you're looking at her choice of a leather jacket, it's a long black leather trench coat, which that on its own it's very trendy. It's on trend. It's been on trend for the last year or so. It's something that, you know, we could potentially see in an edgy style. If you did watch the video I did in the series on coats, you saw Kendall Jenner wearing more of an edgy style, but she also had a black leather trench coat similar to this one. But again, it's the way this piece is styled here and the fact that it's a slightly oversized. And she styled it here with these jeans that are a little bit more wider. They're cuffed at the bottom. And then she has these kind of like combat boots that are a little bit more clunky, which again is something that's on trend right now. So this outfit as a whole looks like it's more of a trendy style. And then also she's wearing a pretty big hoop earring, which again is something that's on trend right now. So it's this more kind of a statement hoop earring. That's something that we've seen in the last year or so on the runways. So I think that's where she's bringing in this other element, that being on trend. And speaking of Kendall Jenner, Here she is in a very edgy black leather jacket, and it's also a very edgy look. And there's definitely elements of a trendy style type here. She's wearing that athleisure hooded sweatshirt underneath the leather jacket, which definitely feels like it's a trend that's been going on for a bit. But mostly overall, this look feels more edgy. So this leather jacket, it's a pretty simple silhouette, but it's black, it's a moto jacket, it has embellishments, but it's not kind of over the top, and the embellishments are more modern than we saw earlier in one of our earlier looks. So this feels, as a whole, it feels like an edgy style. And her choice of shoes here, so she's wearing kind of a black motorcycle, kind of tough leather ankle boot. And again, that kind of pulls the whole look together to make it feel more edgy. And in this next look, we have Kristen Stewart. And this leather jacket, it's a black leather motor jacket again. This looks like this looks really similar to the one Kendall Jenner had on in that last photo, but this feels more like an androgynous style type. So even though, again, she has that hooded sweatshirt underneath, which is a trendy element right now, so there's a bit of trend in this look, the style of pants she's wearing. So she's wearing a more relaxed kind of a boyfriend fit. They're not tight, they're not fitted, they're not pleather, they're not like a blue denim. They're more of a masculine style pant. And she's wearing a pair of Vans sneakers, which feels like a skater vibe. It feels more like an androgynous style. So wearing this leather jacket, even though it's a capsule wardrobe essential, she's tweaked it to make it feel like her own style. And here in this next look, so this is Angelina Jolie, and I've put this into the minimal style type. This can also feel very classic, but this is because of her general style and because of the simplicity of everything in this look. I have put it more into the minimal style, but a dressy minimal style. So I had a hard time finding a leather jacket on a minimal style type that was casual. Because again, I think somebody with minimal style, they may not resonate with the stiffness or the feel of leather as a fabric choice unless it's going to be something that is more of a dressy occasion. So somebody with a minimal style, their jacket choice might be something that's in a linen or a soft cotton, like a thicker soft cotton. Those types of jackets feel more like a minimal everyday casual style than a leather jacket. But for the purposes of this video, I did want to show you this look from Angelina Jolie. So it's a minimal leather jacket because there's not much going on. There's no embellishments. I don't even think it has pockets, or it doesn't look like it has pockets. It's a very soft, smooth leather. It's a fitted silhouette. It's not oversized at all. And it's just very simple. So because of this and because of the way she styled it, it's a monochrome look, but it doesn't feel edgy. Even though it's all black, it doesn't feel edgy. She's not styling this look with a pair of edgy shoes or an edgy dress. To me, this feels like a very simple look that can also fall into a classic category as well. And here in this next look, we have Jessica Alba. And her leather jacket, it's a moto jacket, so the style of it could definitely be more edgy, but because it's in this pink soft color, that it actually fits more into the romantic style type. It's the traditionally feminine colors, the pinks, the pastels, the lavenders, it's those soft colors. And I feel like even though she's wearing all black, because she's topped it off with this pink soft leather jacket, even though it's a moto leather jacket, I feel like that makes this whole look feel romantic. And here she is again. She's wearing a pink leather moto jacket. It looks like suede. She's paired it with this flowy maxi skirts. So a lot of times a romantic style type, they have more of a tendency to wear skirts and dresses, things that are flowy and fluid and soft and feminine on the body. So here I feel like this is a perfect way that she's styling her leather jacket to really fit with her personal style, which feels more romantic. And in this next look, we have Reese Witherspoon. And again, for the preppy style type, it was not easy to find leather jacket. And I think that's partly because that doesn't necessarily fit with somebody with preppy style or somebody that mainly has preppy style. But I did find this look from Reese. So you'll see here, it's, her leather jacket, it's pretty simple, but it does have some embellishment, so I wouldn't put it in the minimal. It's not oversized or it's not a trench coat style, so it doesn't feel trendy, but it's not as simple as a minimal style. So again, it's these little details that make something feel like a personal style. And then it's the way she styled this whole look. So I love that she's worn this leather jacket with a pair of espadrilles. I feel like espadrille sandals definitely fall into a preppy style. And then you'll see she's wearing a medium wash denim skinny jean, and again, there's no rips, it's not coated, there's not much going on. It's just a very simple silhouette. And you'll see one of the bags that she's carrying is navy and white, or navy and cream, which again feels like that nautical, preppy, New England kind of vibe. Now in this next look, here's Meghan Markle, and she also feels like a preppy style type. But here I chose to show the denim jacket, the jean jacket. I feel like a denim jacket is a great alternative to a leather jacket. So that's why I included it here, because again, you want to tweak these capsule wardrobe essentials to fit with your style. So you'll see here a denim jacket just in general, it's simple silhouette, it's very classic, but a denim on its own feels preppy. And the way she styled it, she has a white button-up shirt underneath, she has it tucked in, she's wearing it with a pair of dark slim leg jeans, and she has rolled up the sleeves, but for those of you that know, she's actually rolled up the sleeves the way J. Crew had originally taught people to roll up sleeves. It's a really subtle difference, but J. Crew is a very preppy style store. So this look feels very preppy, and a jean jacket, it's a great alternative to a leather jacket. And here is Kate Bosworth in a bohemian style leather jacket. So again, that boho style, it's earth tones. You're not gonna see a lot of black, or if you do, it still feels very earthy. It feels more an in. But here she's wearing this suede, which again, suede feels more boho. It's kind of that soft, earthy versus kind of a stiffer leather. It's in this neutral color. And the big thing here, I feel like that makes it boho, is fringe. You'll see a lot of fringe, whether it's on a bag or a shoe, or in this case on a leather jacket with a boho personal style type. And even though she has a very simple white tank underneath and a simple pair of jeans, I mean, we can't see the full look, so I don't know if her jeans are flared, which would be kind of more in the boho style, but this leather jacket on its own definitely feels boho because of those elements. She's also wearing some layered necklaces with this look, where it looks like some are beaded, maybe some are leather. So again, that feels boho as well. Where someone with classic style might have layered necklaces, but they'd be, really delicate and all gold or super simple. There's not going to be any beading, there's not going to be any leather. But somebody with boho style will have those elements, will have those earthy elements in their accessories. And in this next look, we have Karlie Kloss. Now, Karlie Kloss is wearing a black leather moto jacket, similar to how we saw Kristen Stewart wearing one for the androgynous style type, also similar to how we saw Kendall Jenner wearing one for the more edgy style type. But again, I want you to pay attention to how she styled this leather jacket. So this feels like a classic personal style type. She's also wearing a black turtleneck under this jacket, and we saw a black turtleneck in the vintage style type, we saw a black turtleneck in the trendy style type. But again, I want you to pay attention to what makes this look feel more classic. So the turtleneck on its own, it's a very classic piece. It's timeless, but it can be styled a lot of different ways. So she's paired this black leather moto jacket over this very simple classic black turtleneck. And then she's wearing just a very classic slim straight leg jeans. And even the wash, it's like a medium blue wash, which that wash on its own can also feel very classic. This is a style that has been around. This is a style that will be around for a long time because it's classic and timeless. And she is wearing, it looks like a ballet flat, but with a little bit of a wedge. If it wasn't for the style of her motorcycle jacket, if this was, maybe she was wearing a jean jacket with this, or if she was wearing a more simple black leather jacket, like we saw Reese was wearing earlier, then this might fit more into a preppy style. But again, because it's the motorcycle jacket, I feel like it's more of a classic style, even with the wedge ballet flats. And in this next look, we have Jennifer Aniston. So this is another classic outfit. She's wearing a black leather jacket. It does also look like a moto jacket, but without very much embellishments. And again, she's wearing a black top underneath, and it's very streamlined, it's very simple. Her leather jacket is very streamlined. There's not much going on, but it does have a collar. It's not as minimal as we saw for some of the minimal style types. So I feel like these elements together definitely feel more classic. And if you're not sure what your personal style is, or you're still trying to figure it out, your personal style might be one of these 9, it might be several of these 9, there might be other elements from other style types that I haven't talked about because maybe they're not one of the most common ones. Your style is really just about you, and figuring out your style is just knowing what you like, what you feel best in, what you're drawn to. So if you want to take a fun quiz, it's a personal style quiz I came up with. I'll link that up above and also down in the description box below. But that's just a fun way to start to play with some of these ideas and how it might relate to you. So I hope this was helpful. There are going to be more videos coming in this series, other capsule wardrobe essential items, and how they're styled by the 9 most common personal style types. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys next Thursday.